Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexander Floorzone. This is my first video in a while, but today I have the Monitor 60 supposed to be professional level headphones from OneOdio. OneOdio? I don't know. They're supposed to be a really good budget set of headphones for audiophiles and professionals and DJs. These are listed for $115 regular price on OneAudio's website, which is pretty dang cheap for the sort of audience that they're marketing towards, but we'll see if they really stack up to the level of these other professional headsets. I don't really have anything to compare it to on that level. I don't have any $400 headsets, but I have some lighter ones here that I tested it out with, and I'll tell you a little bit about it in this video.
So here I just have a little unboxing clip, really nice box and nice packaging in general. Much better than I expected, actually. It even had a little leatherette baggie for the headphones, and then it came with a couple of cables. And of course our manual as well. There were actually 3 cables that came with it. One of them was a regular 3.5 to 3.5, nice long one. And then we had a shorter one with a microphone on it, right here. And then one that had the little coil on it with a large connector on the other side. It's actually made like that so that you can daisy chain multiple sets of headphones together in the studio. So that's kind of interesting. Pulling the headset out, we have pretty decent ear cups. I remember noticing those right away when I unboxed it. And of course the sliders on the side. And then there's our plug-in, and then our secondary plug-in for daisy chaining is right there. Ear cups, again, I noticed those at the beginning, and the left and right on the inside of the ear cups was a really nice touch as well. And then we'll get right into the real details right away here.
First of all, the physical of these headphones feels really good. It started out with the packaging. It was really nice packaging. They didn't really cut any corners there. It's even got a little leatherette pouch that you fit the headphones into, and then that carries through into the actual product itself as well. I really like. There's some metal bands on either side here on the adjusters, which is a really nice touch. You know, when you just have a little bit of plastic there, that becomes a break point. So it feels like a well-built headset, which is really nice. I also like the function of the folding. It's a little frustrating sometimes, but it folds up really nice and fits in the bag, which is it's just awesome. I love that because I've traveled a lot with headphones and headsets, and when you're trying to pack them away in a shape like this, it's kind of hard to put them somewhere where you feel like they're not going to break, especially with an expensive set. You don't want to just throw them in there and pack them in tight with the rest of your luggage. It just makes it a little hard to work with them sometimes. They do this, which is really ridiculous, so you cannot put these on with one hand. Not really. Maybe if I... Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of a problem, but I don't mind it because the benefit of them folding up properly is just really nice. Kind of just a goofy quirk about these things though. Ow! Freak! Ah! Now, another thing that I really like to talk about with headphones and headsets is the ear cushions, because that's really something that makes or breaks the product. Ear cushions, because there's no way around them, they have to be good. These ones, big and fluffy, big and cushy, they just look great, don't they? They look juicy. They look scrumptious. But they're not as comfy as they look. Not quite. With that being said though, they're not uncomfortable either. And so what you end up with is no feeling at all, almost. Which is extremely important for long sessions of wearing these, which I found to be kind of impressive actually. So at first, well, they don't give me like some sort of heavenly experience by putting them on. I don't put them on and like crap myself or anything. They're actually some of the best that I felt because they just don't feel like anything. So that's a big thumbs up from me. Now to the most important part of these things is the sound. Of course, they are 50mm drivers, which is pretty in the middle, not huge, but not little tiny suckers. The sound is pretty decent. It's supposed to have a range between 20 Hz and 40,000 Hz, so they're not super crazy specs, but they're not underwhelming either. However, those things aren't really that important because the range of quality in headphones it can be huge across the same frequency ranges and driver sizes. Generally, with a larger driver, you're going to get a little bit better bass, a little bit more of a full sound, and obviously if your frequency range is really small, then it's just, you're going to miss out on a lot of bass and a lot of treble. However, most headphones are way beyond what they need to be in terms of what they can actually technically output. But listening in, you're going to hear how well the treble comes through and how well the bass comes through. Just because it can technically do 20 Hz doesn't mean that it's going to come through really, a really nice 20 Hz. These headphones, however, are pretty, they're about what you would expect. For the price point, I'm not totally sure, but if you compare them to a much cheaper set of headphones, they're definitely better. A lot crisper treble, a lot more full bass. It's not something that you're going to notice like massively right off the bat, but if you listen to a couple sound samples and focus on the detail and on the fullness of the bass, then it's going to be evident that these are significantly better. So if you're kind of a beginner audiophile or beginner music producer or anything like that, just as it's more of a hobby kind of thing right now, and you're just getting started out, I think these are a pretty good option because they come in a lot cheaper than what most other sets of headphones are in that sort of class almost. It's not really in the same class as those other sets of headphones. Like those ones they get pretty crazy, but they also get into hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So this is really bottom of the line for audiophile and DJ work, and so I would recommend maybe picking this thing up on a sale or something like that, or somewhere where you can find it cheaper. And then if it were me, I'd feel pretty good about my purchase. They are, number one, super comfy, number two, just generally a nicer sound and a better sort of experience with the nice and deep ear cups, and number three, the build quality is really quite decent. It doesn't feel like a super cheap product. But anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. If it helped you out, please do hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Thank you. And if you're interested in seeing more reviews and projects coming up, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've been off of YouTube for a while, but I'm kind of making a comeback this coming up month, and I have quite a few videos planned, and I'm pretty excited for where I'm taking my YouTube channel. So please guys, do stick around for that, and I'll catch you in the next video if you do. So yeah.